We are continuing our Marvel Marathon Madness with 2007 Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, a sequel to the 2005 movie. Reed, Susan, Ben, and Johnny face a threat unlike any other, an intergalactic herald who has arrived to prepare Earth for its annihilation. While the mysterious being wreaks havoc across the planet, the Fantastic Four must also deal with the unexpected return of their nemesis, Victor Von Doom. So, let us go ahead and jump straight into the plot. An enigmatic meteor-like object enters as Earth's atmosphere, and with it traces cosmic energy that causes fluxes in weather and power outages around the globe, as well as creating giant craters. The government approaches Richards to request him to track the movements of the object. Following Reed's proposal to Susan in the previous film, they prepare for the wedding amid a media circus. Now, as the wedding begins, Reed detects the phenomenon approaching New York City. Johnny begins to pursue the object, eventually finding out that it is a Silver Surfer, a silver humanoid-like being flying on a surfboard. He confronts the server, but is overpowered. Later, when Susan tries to check on Johnny, their powers switch. When they touch again, their powers revert. Reed's examination of Johnny reveals that exposure to the surfer has set Johnny's molecular structure in passive flux, allowing him to switch powers with his teammates through physical contact. Tracing the cosmic energy of the surfer, Reed discovers that the series of planets the surfer visited previously had been destroyed. He surmises that the next crater will appear in London, so the team travels there. They arrive too late, however, to stop the crater, and the river Thames drains into it. This also damages the iconic London Eye, but the team does manage to save it from collapsing. The military has the four reluctantly work with Victor Von Doom, having been freed from his statue-like state by the surface's energy passing over Latveria, and his body healed during an encounter with the surfer after he awakened. Deducing that the surfer's board is the source of his power, Reed develops a pulse generator that will separate the two. During the operation, Susan is confronted by the surfer, who reveals that he is in fact not the one trying to destroy Earth. The military then opens fire on him, which distracts him, allowing the Fantastic Four to successfully use the pulse. The military imprisons the surfer in Siberia, where they torture him for information. Suspecting that the surfer is not who he appears to be, the four have Susan use her power to privately speak to him. She learns he serves Galactus, a cosmic entity who must feed on life-bearing planets to survive. His service to Galactus is what prevents his world from being destroyed, and that the surface's board acts like a homing beacon that leads Galactus to Earth. Doom steals the board using a wristpad device he created in secret to gain control of the board and its powers, and escapes with it to China. The Fantastic Four rescue the surfer and pursue Doom, confronting him in Shanghai, where he impales Sue with a metal spear made from the cosmic energy of the board. With the surfer powerless, Johnny absorbs the combined powers of the team to battle Doom, disabling Doom's device, while Ben Grimm uses a crane to knock Doom into the harbor. Galactus then arrives as Sue dies in Reed's arms. The surfer regains control of his board and uses its powers to revive Sue before fleeing into Galactus with the help from Johnny. The conflict results in a massive blast of energy engulfing Galactus in a cosmic rift, destroying seemingly both. Johnny's second exposure to the surfer heals him, and he can no longer switch powers with his teammates. Now, shortly after the events in Shanghai, Reed and Susan finally get married in Japan, only to be interrupted yet again by an alert that Venice is sinking into the sea. To Reed's surprise, Sue has the wedding finished quickly so that they can take off along with Johnny and Ben to save the city. Now, in a mid-credit scene, the seemingly lifeless Silver Surfer floats through space until his eyes open and his board races back to him, indicating that he is still in fact alive. While I find this sequel to be a bit more entertaining than the previous film, I still believe that the Fantastic Four could have been so much more than what we got. The Silver Surfer, as well as Galactus, are iconic characters from the Marvel Universe, and this film did not do them the justice they deserve. With that being said, the effects are amazing, and the action is plentiful. I wanted more from the sequel. I was hoping to get an adventure befitting the first family and the enemies they face, with a story that would get me hooked from the get-go. Also, why on earth do so many superhero films of the 2000s have these ridiculous and goofy dance scenes? Is the point of them to make fun of the heroes? Because that's what I do when I see that kind of stuff. Regardless, this movie is a fun, campy kind of adventure, but lacking in some of the important parts, and it does show. So, some might find it a bit boring, while others may enjoy it. I was a little in between, and that is why I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Now, the next video I will cover is 2015 Fantastic Four, and following that, I will cover 2016 Deadpool and 2018 Deadpool 2, as I am stupendously excited for the upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine film. So stay tuned, and please do consider hitting the like button and subscribing. I would truly be grateful. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for spending your time with me. Until our next adventure, y'all stay classy.